Kanahamnabi relatives, Membiwa Tehushka Opimiha. What's good, relatives? Welcome back to the channel. This is my channel, Opimiha Saponi-Catawba Nation. And when you get a chance, subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and much appreciation as always, relatives. Thank you. All right, so let's jump into it. So today we're back on the Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina side. And before we begin, I did a poll not too long ago asking people if genealogy was getting any easier. And from the totals from the poll or the data from the poll, it seems that a lot of us are saying that genealogy is getting a little bit more difficult. So what we'll try to do is, again, we have some brothers out there that do genealogy, that have offered their services to the people out there. And one of the people is Love Legacy. I had him on the channel not too long ago. So you can look his channel up on YouTube. That's Love Legacy. He actually does a lot of good work with genealogy. The brother Kiowa, a lot of people know him. He does a good job with genealogy as well. So I do some genealogy, but I'm not like an expert in it. So you know, I'm here to give tips and just clues and different ways to, you know, things you can use while you're looking up your genealogy. But I do believe Love Legacy did say in the live stream that I did, which is on the channel, that you know, the first step is making yourself some kind of account on either Ancestry.com or FamilySearch.org. I know Family Search is free. You know, we all know who, most of us, we all know who our parents are and our grandparents are. So start there. And on these sites, the nice thing is that it starts to give you hints and different things on filling out, you know, keep on going out further and further and further. All right. All right, relatives. So enough of that. Let's get into the family history. We may do 2 families here depending on time and how long this goes. All right. So as you can see on the screen, we have the Ashe family. So let's get into it. Members of the Ashe family, probably brothers and sisters, were living in Southside Virginia and North Carolina about 1750. They were Thomas, born say 1730, Rachel, born say 1735, Nancy, born about 1739, Sarah, born about 1740, Moses, born about 1745, Catherine, born say 1749, Nancy, born say 1758. All right, number 1, it says Thomas Ashe, born say 1730, was taxable in Granville County in the list of Lemuel Lanier in 1750, and was living with his wife Abigail in Granville County in 1755, where they were taxable on 2 black ties. On March 19, 1759, he was sued in Granville County Court by Leonard Henley Bullock for concealing a tithable. It says they may have been the parents of Charles, born say 1755. All right, number 2, we have Rachel Ashe, born say 1735, was presented by the grand jury of Isle of Wight County on May 3rd, 1759, for having a bastard child. But the case was dismissed on January 3rd, 1760, because she was not then residing in the county. She was living in Isle of Wight County on April 4th, 1764, when her children Lazarus, Chloe, and Lydia Ashe were bound apprentices. She was a free mulatto living in St. Bride's Parish on August 18, 1768, when the Norfolk County Court ordered the church wardens to bind out her children, Peter and Judith Ashe, to John Pasteur. Her children were. All right. So first child is Lazarus, born, say, 1755, a son of Rachel Ashe, ordered bound out to Thomas Applewhite Jr. in Alawite County in 1756. All right. Next, we got Chloe, born, say, 1759, orphan of Rachel, bound apprentice in Alawite County on April 4th, 1764. She was head of an Alawite County household of 3 persons in 1782. Next, we have, looks like James, born about 1761, orphan of Rachel, bound apprentice in Norfolk County on April 4th, 1764. He was a soldier born in Alawite County and residing there on September 28th, 1780. When he listed in the Revolution for 1.5 years, age 18, black complexion, 4'9", 3/4 high, a farmer by trade. All right, and then it gives us a link here, so let's click on it real quick just to see where it goes and what it gives us. All right. And it looks like it's the Southern Campaign, American Revolution, pension statement, and rosters. So again, I will have this in the description, the site. So if there's some information you want to go in here and look up, you are free to do so. And I think I talked about this before, where use a description of the soldiers. All right, so let's head back. Okay, he was head of a Nansemond County household of 5 persons in Buxton's list for 1783, and a mulatto head of a Nansemond County household in Buxton's list for 1784. He was taxable in Alawite County in 1784, and in 1784 he was called James Ashe of Alawite County when he petitioned the Virginia legislature for payment due him for 18 months service as a Continental soldier in one of the Alawite County divisions. Says he registered in Petersburg on August 20th, 1794. Dark brown mulatto man, 5 feet high, 33 years old, born free and raised in Alawite County. He sued Lemuel Lawrence and Hustings Court of Petersburg on March 3rd, 1794 for trespass, assault, and battery. All right. Next, we had Lydia, born, say, 1763, a mulatto, the child of Rachel Ashe, ordered bound apprentice by the church wardens of Newport Parish in Alawite County on July 5th, 1764. Then we got Peter, born, say, 1765, ordered bound apprentice to John Pasteur in Norfolk County on August 18th, 1768. Next, we have Judith, born, say, 1767, ordered bound apprentice to John Pasteur in Norfolk County on August 18th, 1768. Then we got Sam, born, say, 1771, a free Negro, taxable in Alawite County in 1792 from 1795 to 1802. And we got Henry, born, say, 1775, a free Negro, taxable in Alawite County from 1798 to 1805, taxable on a slave in 1798 and 1799, 2 slaves in 1801 and 1802, and just his own type in 1803 and 1804. All right, let's keep it moving. Next, we have Nan, or Nancy Ashe, born about 1739, was called a mulatto woman named Nan, about 17 years of age, on May 17, 1756, when Solomon Ewell of Northampton County, North Carolina, sold her and all her future increase to Thomas Davies of Edgecombe County. However, before the deed was recorded, Nan was assigned to Samuel Cotton. Samuel Cotton left a January 16th, 1774 Northampton County will, proved at Halifax on May 18, 1774, by which he left 13 Negroes to his wife and children. 3 of those were a woman named Nan, who he lent to his wife and then to be divided among her Ewell children, a man named Limerick, who he gave to his son Samuel Cotton, and the third, a girl named Janny, who he gave to his daughter Eurydice Gardner. And then it shows the North Carolina wills and probate records is where you can find this. Then it says both Limerick and Janny or Jenny sued for their freedom in February 1785. All right, and then it says Limerick, a mulatto man, sued Samuel Cotton in Edgecombe County Court on February 11th, and then it says no result recorded, but still not free on February 9th, 1786. Then it says Ginny Ashe sued John Gardner in February Bertie County Court, asserting that she was the daughter of Nancy, an Indian and freeborn, and that she and her 2 children were being held in slavery by Gardner. Gardner asserted that Jenny was a musty and a slave, who he had received by the will of Samuel Cotton at the age of about 10 years, and that she had been in his possession for about 14 years. The court called her Ginny Ashe, a mulatto woman, when it ordered Gardner to appear in court to answer her petition. All right. Next, we have Nancy was the mother of, looks like Limerick, born, say, 1756, and Jenny, born about 1761. All right. Next, we have Sarah Ashe, born about 1740, was living in Isle of Wight County, Virginia, on June 2nd, 1763, when the court ordered her children, Sandy, James, and Peter Ashe, bound out as apprentices. She was living in Norfolk County 2 years later, on August 15, 1765, when the court ordered the church wardens of Portsmouth Parish to bind out her free Negro sons, Sandy and James Ashe, to Solomon Deans. On April 1st, 1773, she complained to the Isle of Wight County Court that William Bangle was misusing her son Peter Ashe, who was bound apprentice to Bagnall. The court ordered him bound out to someone else. And then on August 7th, 1777, and March 5th, 1779, she complained to the Isle of Wight County Court against Sharp Reynolds. This or another case brought by her against Reynolds was still pending on May 1st, 1783. She was head of an Isle of Wight County household of 7 persons in 1782, 5 others free in Halifax County, North Carolina in 1800. And 4 in 1810, her children were. We got Sandy, born, say, 1758, bound out apprentice to Solomon Deans in Norfolk County on August 15th, 1765. Then we got James, born, say, 1760. Then we got Peter, born, say, 1762, a mulatto child of Sarah Ashe, ordered bound out apprentice by the church wardens of Newport Parish in Isle of Wight County on June 2nd, 1763, and ordered bound out again on April 1st, 1773. Next, we got Rachel, born, say, 1762, married James Keemer, both of Southampton County, on August 16th, 1781, David Barrow, minister. Next, we got Jessie, born, say, 1763. Next, we have Simon, born, say, 1764, a poor free Negro, no parent name, ordered bound out apprentice in Alawite County on March 2nd, 1775. A mulatto, head of a Nansemond County household in 1784. A free Negro or mulatto over the age of 45 years in the tax list for the lower parish of Nansemond County and not next in 1815. Then it says, in head of a Nansemond County household of 3, free colored in 1820. He was the father of James Ashe, of Simon, who was one of the free Negroes of Suffolk Parish, who was taxable in BC and Nansemond County in 1816. All right. Next, we have Charles, born, say, 1769, a poor mulatto, orphan of Sarah Ashe, bound apprentice in Alawite County on October 7th, 1779. He was a free Negro taxable in Alawite County from 1792 to 1810. Next, we have Kit or Christopher, born, say, 1772, head of a Halifax County, North Carolina household of 5 other free in 1800 and 7 in 1810. Next, we have Morning, born about 1778, registered in Petersburg on August 18th, 1800. A straight-made brown mulatto woman, 5 feet 6 inches high, 22 years old, long bushy hair, born free and raised in Alawite County. Next, we have Charity, born about 1779, registered in Petersburg on May 6, 1809. A dark brown Negro woman, 5 feet, 30 years old, born free and raised in Alawite County. All right. Next, we have Moses. Moses Ashe, born, say, 1745, was a mulatto, head of a Nansemond County household in 1784. His widow may have been Sucky Ashe, free Negro, taxable on 2 horses in Nansemond County in 1815. She was head of a Nansemond County household of 5 free colored in 1820. And their children may have been. We got Moses, born about 1771, a 9-year-old boy bound to Jethro Sumner in Warren County, North Carolina, in September 1780 to learn to read and write and husbandry. He was called Moses Ashe Bowser on his Warren County indenture. All right, next we have Nathaniel, registered in Norfolk County on April 10th, 1794, appeared right carn and made oath that Nathaniel Ashe, a black man, and Nancy Elliott, Betsy Elliott, Sarah Elliott, Dina Elliott, and Rachel Elliott was all born free in this county. And it goes on to say, Free Negro Certificate, 1794, African American Narrative Digital Collection. He was taxable in Norfolk County from 1793 to 1817, a free Negro fisherman on Western Branch in 1801, counted with Jim Ashe in Portsmouth as black men in 1815. He was a free person of color, married Dina Elliott, free person of color, June 9th, 1818, Norfolk County bond. And next we have Oliver, born, say, 1790, a 16 to 45-year-old free Negro, taxable at Knott's Neck in Nansemond County in 1815, and taxable in Suffolk County in 1816. Next, we have James, born, say, 1792, taxable in Alawite County in 1809 and 1810. He may have been the James Ashe, a free man of color who married Priscilla Hall, a free woman of color, December 31st, 1814, Norfolk County bond. Nathan Matthews, security. He was a free Negro taxable at Knott's Neck in Nansemond County in 1815 and 1816. All right. Keep it moving. Next, we have Catherine Ashe, born, say, 1746, was indicted by the Hustings Court of Petersburg on May 3rd, 1790, for retailing spirits without a license. She may have been the mother of Patty, born about 1762, registered in Petersburg on August 14th, 1800, a light brown mulatto woman, 5 feet 1 inches high, 38 years old, thin made, with thick bushy hair, born free and raised in Nansemond County. Next, we got William, born about 1778, registered in Petersburg on June 23rd, 1810, a yellow-brown mulatto man, 5 feet 3/4 inches high, 32 years old, born free in Nansemond County. He was called Billy Ashe in 1810 when he was head of a Petersburg household of 3 slaves. Probably should have been entered in the other free column. He may have been the Bill Ashe who was a free Negro taxable on a head of cattle and 2 horses at Knott's Neck in Nansemond County in 1815. He registered in York County on June 20th, 1823, a yellow-brown mulatto about 44 or 45 years of age, 5 feet 3/4 inches high, a little bald on top of his head, bushy hair with whiskers, some small freckles over his face, has the appearance of a French Negro or mulatto on first view, born free as appears by register of his freedom signed by J. Grammer, clerk of Hustings Court of Petersburg on June 23rd, 1810, number 619. All right. Next, we have Lavina, born about 1779, registered in Petersburg on August 14th, 1800, a light brown mulatto woman, 5 feet 3.5 inches high, 21, with short bushy hair, born free and raised in Nansemond County. She was head of a Petersburg household of 3 other free in 1810. She married Griffin Scott, June 21st, 1817, Petersburg Hustings Court marriage. Her daughters, Betsy Ashe, born about 1795, and Rosina Ashe, born about 1806, registered on March 2nd, 1820. All right. Next, we have Nancy Ashe, born, say, 1758, was living in Princess Anne County in December 1776. When her son Jessie was born, she was the mother of. Jessie, born in December 1776, registered in Petersburg on January 26, 1796. A black Negro lad, 5 feet 6.5 inches high, short, knotty hair, and by the affidavit of Jonathan Curtis, is son of Nancy Ashe, a free woman, and was born free in the county of Princess Anne, and 19 years old, December last. All right. Next, we have Charles Ashe, born, say, 1755, was living in Coswell County prior to May 18, 1778, when a land entry mentioned his improvements sold to William Noel Norsworthy. And it says he was counted in Halifax County, North Carolina, in the state census in 1786. In District 13 was 7 free males and 3 free females in his household, head of a Halifax County household of 11 other free in 1790, 8 in 1800, and 9 in 1810. His child may have been Levi, born 1776 to 94, head of a Halifax County household of 7 free colored in 1820 and 10 in 1830. All right, next we have Ginny Ashe, born about 1761, was a mulatto woman living in Bertie County in February 1785, when the court ordered John Gardner Sr. to bring her to the next court and give bond, not to convey her or any of her children out of the state so as to prevent their attendance in court. Perhaps it was her children who were bound apprentices in Bertie County as follows. Nancy, born about 1787, a 9-year-old, bound an apprentice in Bertie County on November 14, 1796. Elizabeth, born about 1789, bound to Frederick Lawrence on August 13, 1798. Then we got Patsy, born about 1790, bound to Edmund Dunstan on November 14, 1796. Then we got Isom, born about 1794, bound to Edmund Dunstan as an apprentice farmer on May 16, 1807. Then we got Abner, born about 1796, bound to Edmund Dunstan as an apprentice farmer on May 16, 1807. Then we got Philotheus, born 1801, bound to Amos Rayner as an apprentice cooper on February 9th, 1807. Then we got Ginny, born about 1806, a 4-year-old orphan of color, bound to James Warren on November 14th, 1810. All right, so next we have James Ashe, born, say, 1760, son of Sarah Ashe, was ordered bound apprentice to Solomon Deans in Norfolk County on August 15, 1765. He was head of a Bertie County household of 6 other free and a white woman in 1790, 4 other free in Halifax in 1800, and 4 free color in Edgecombe County in 1820. Perhaps his children were. First, we got Elvin, born, say, 1780, head of a Halifax County household of 1 other free in 1810, and 1 free colored in 1830. Halvin was in the 1st Company detached from the Halifax County, North Carolina Regiment in the War of 1812, listed with his brother, James Ashe. Next, we have James, born, say, 1780, head of a Halifax County household of 4 other free in 1810. Then we have Henry, born 1776 to 94, a Negro, head of a Guilford County household of 6 free colored in 1830. He purchased his wife, America, in 1802 from Miller Clark. The next year, his wife had a daughter, Jemima, and in 1804, he petitioned in Guilford County for permission to emancipate his family. He may have been the father of a certain black boy named Harry Ashe, who was in the possession of Moses Barrow in March 1800, when the Stokes County Court ordered William Lane to show cause why he should not be bound out. Lane was not found in the county, and it shows where you can see these frames in the Family Search site. All right, so next we have Jessie Ashe, and this will be the final person. Born, say, 1763, a mulatto bastard child of Sarah, was bound apprentice in Isle of Wight County on December 4, 1766. It was a free mulatto, no parent name, bound apprentice on March 4, 1773. He was taxable in Nottoway Parish, Southampton County, in the household of John Williams in 1784, and in his own household in 1786. The March 4th, 1794 Northampton County, North Carolina court charged him with begetting a bastard child by Mary Scott. He was head of a Northampton County household of 3 other free in 1800, 4 in 1810, 9 free colored in 1820, and 9 in 1830. His wife may have been Mary Ashe, who was named in the January 2nd, 1807 Northampton County will of Moses Bird. One of his children may have been, and it says Ballus, born 1776-94, head of a Northampton County household of 4 other free in 1810, and 8 free colored in 1820. All right, relatives, so that was the Ashe family. And we actually got a lot of good information on that one. That was a pretty lengthy and informative family history. So again, if this name is showing up in your ancestry, this is definitely something to dig into. And as you can see, it was spelled Ash with an E and Ash without an E. But yeah, we got parents' names, dates of birth, kids, counties, all that good stuff was listed in there. Okay. So when we come back next time, we will be on the Ashton or Aston family, and we'll dig in there. Let me stop screen sharing. Again, relatives, I appreciate you taking the time to come out and watch the videos, like I always say. Again, a lot of our family members, just by reading what we've been going through, were free way before African slavery even started. So just keep that in mind. Just my observation, not my opinion. Again, love each and every one of you, and thank you again for coming out and watching the videos. If you did take time to watch the video and you haven't subscribed yet, please do so, and give me a thumbs up on it. I definitely appreciate it. And as always, I will see everyone next time. Take care, relatives. Peace.